So there's one more level of complexity we could add, and that is having all this data not only come into here and into a template that we've made, and it will make one for each student, but taking this data and using the add-on in the Google Forms called Appender to then put this all in another Google Doc for a student. So for example, if I was a homeroom teacher in a specific subject, I could set up a Google Doc in a folder with each one of my students' names on it, which I've already done. So if you look here, I have my super awesome rubric students, and what I have done is for each one, look at this is where those other ones were made, but for each student right now I just have a blank Google Doc, and the only thing I made was the file name. Everything else is blank. Just a heads up, the name here that we use here to append everything when we use Appender needs to be the same as the name right here. So that's all I did. So I took my names from my my form values and I make Google Docs from them. So if I click on here and I use Appender now, and I open the sidebar, let's see if we can get this to work. So target doc folder. So it says we're going to select a drive that contains the Google Docs that will get selected to append this form to. And I've already made them. I know where it is. And it is this one, super awesome rubric students. Once that is done, I can click next down here. Now, there has to be a multiple choice question list or checkbox question that will help determine where and which documents they pick. So we want, let's refresh that list. There we go. We want student name. Include all of the above options. No, we don't want that. Save and populate selected question. Here we go. Oh, because we put those other ones in here, this happened too. We'll leave that for now. And we'll click next. By this happened because we got those documents to go into that folder from the autocrat merge. They are now showing up here, but that's okay. We'll continue. So now what we're going to do is we're going to choose what questions and answers in the form we want to show up in our appended document. So we want the assignment, so when we're referring back we can see what it is, and then we want each one of the responses. Or, you know, you might not want specific levels and comments, you might just want to go to strengths and next steps. You might also want to add an overall level in here, like an averaged one, and just include that in the strengths, next steps, and how to get there. Now you can also choose how it looks on the Google Doc, like a bulleted list, separate vertical tables, or rows and a single horizontal table. I like separate vertical tables. Then we enable. There we go. So now, each time there's a form there, each time we use the form and submit it, then it will append to those docs. So let's go back in here I'll be interested to see if it happens automatically, because we already put in data for John Doe, Jane Q. Public, Engineeries, and Ludwig Wittgenstein. So if we go to John Doe now, is it going to happen after the fact? Just waiting until the page is totally loaded up here. So now, if we go back to the live forum, and I fill one out for John Doe, it should append. So John Doe, assignment, super awesome, level 3, blah. He is meeting grade level expectation. No Ludwig Wittgenstein, I'll tell you that much. Strong, good job. Next step, do this. How to get there? Do X, Y, and Z. So now when we submit, there we go. When we come here, after John Doe, there we go. So now we can see as a teacher that this automatically appended. And you have that to talk to the parents. So you could have, every time you have a form that is filling out rubric information or information that you want to append to the student's record that you're going to use, you could then have it come right here. You could also make one for each subject. You could have a John Doe math, a John Doe language, John Doe writing, reading, whatever you want, and then have it append there based on what it is. But it's nice if it's all in one spot. So that way when it comes to reporting, you could focus in on data that is right there.